Cooper Flagg to Dallas, Dylan Harper to San Antonio, and Kevin Durant to Houston. These are major moves, and it's going to be hard to mess with Texas. These teams are loading up. They're all trying to be a contender in the Western Conference.
That Texas triangle is going to be formidable once again real soon. Pass to McDaniels. Inside. And here's MP from outside. Hits a three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's George. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
He is on one right now, getting to his spots and executing.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. He talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
And Shawns, with younger teams like OKC taking the reins, new stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flagg, the list goes on.
Now here's McDaniels. Sends it home from three-point land. Evans has got 17 points.
Hey, everybody's got a 3-shot now. MP's is looking really nice.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Anderson comes in for Randall. DeSumo, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Williams comes in for Jackson. Sensabaugh's checked in for Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Bailey. And Minnesota with possession here. Following the bucket by the Jazz. Evans, that's good.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's George. 10 points for him. Down low. Uses the glass on the layup. 12 points for him.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Buries it from 3.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Jazz trail by 13. Here's Sensabaugh. For 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's MP making things happen for the Timberwolves. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. Back to the game after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment.
Come get it.
Three minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Bailey. Jackson surveying the D. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
And the growth of Jackson Jr. is downright scary, especially defensively. This guy has been upping his game, and no opponent is happy about that. And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Gobert passes to MP. The three is up. MP making the long-range connection.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
And Shams, thanks for dropping in, man. It is always a pleasure to have you.
Likewise, we've got to do this again soon. I've got news coming up on the other line here. Hold on, yeah, I'm going to run, but we'll definitely do this again soon.
Oh, we know he's always got news.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
To the middle, unloads from 13. That's good from Jackson on the assist from Collier. Jackson's got 5 points.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Back to MP. Outside Edwards, and here's MP from outside. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 7. With his first shot attempt. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's MP from outside. And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Lets it go from deep. The putback. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. More 2K action in just a moment.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Timberwolves.
Execution. These guys know what they want offensively. Their timing is in sync. That's why, by and large, they've played mistake-free basketball.
They just look like the better team.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
It really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Bailey out there with Keontae George. Then it's Jackson. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward. Evans, that's good.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Jazz trail by 10. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. And that's now 33 points for MP.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And though it's early, let's take a look at the Cup standings.
Yeah, getting off to a hot start is really important in this tournament because there's so little margin for error.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. George, rebounded by the Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
And here's MP from outside. Knocks down the long J. Evans has got 8 points in the quarter.
No hesitation at all there. MP rolls up with confidence.
Stolen by MP. And here comes the break. And here's Edwards outside. Edwards hits from beyond the arc.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Now here's Nurkic. No points so far. Markkanen outside. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's George. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Edwards finds MP. Here's McDaniels. Edwards, the pass to MP. Another one falls for Minnesota.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Jazz trail by 13. Markkanen outside. From downtown, Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jackson. Utah moving the ball around. Hits the trifecta. Jackson's got 8.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Good! Another from 3.
Oh, my. He is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Bailey, the pass to Nurkic. Now here's George. Yep, that one goes. George has got 9 points now in the second half.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been...
Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. The Timberwolves making it to their 2nd straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6th seed. Gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the final.
Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. And it's MP in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Bailey. And the 3 misses. The Timberwolves lead by 15. MP. Bailey pulls it down. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now Nurkic. Markkanen outside. George fires. It's money from deep.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the 4th quarter. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Bailey, wasting no time. They answer with a 3.
A confident answer from Bailey. The rookie wanting to prove he can hang.
MP connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has There's no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016, that was the top spot until Klay took it.
And so MP will bring it up for the T-Wolves. They led by as many as 18. And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. And that three pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, matching Klay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
Jackson outside. Here's Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. George using the glass to lay it in.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Timberwolves.
And it seemed like Steals ended up making good. Another from three.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
And 15 threes for MP, passing Klay Thompson's record from 2018. Just a privilege to witness it. Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
From 17 feet out. George is there for the rebound. On offense, here's Utah. They trail by 18. Lays it in easily. And Minnesota with possession here. MP. And good. There's another 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
We see the Timberwolves taking the W here. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
We're here with MP, who I have to ask, is this a bittersweet result? You guys get the win, but you weren't able to live up to some of the guarantees you made before the game on your social media account.
Okay, this is what I got for you. We won. I'm in the NBA. I love my mom. My life is nothing but blessings, Jennifer Quintana.
Awesome. Great attitude, MP.
Yeah, I'm not stressed about anything else.
Thank you. BA, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long, everyone.
Ms. Harkins.
Thank you. Congratulations on this incredible record, MP. The most three-pointers ever made in a single game. When you made the shot to set the record, what went through your head?
Eyes on the rim. Are my shoulders squared up to the basket? Where's my release point? I know that's not glamorous, but what got me from being a nobody in Vermont to setting a record like this was never losing focus. Every single moment matters, you feel me? Can't let a single one slip away.
Amazing, thank you.
You're welcome.
MP, right here, MP.
I have a good question right here.
Thinking about letting the kids plan the next vacation.
Hey, my guy MP out here breaking the game, man. Look at all those threes you shot tonight. Hey, you know I'm gonna have to beat that record now. Man, congrats though, man. Enjoy this moment.
Yeah, you got burrito?
Yeah, grab one.
Okay, see you then.
Hey, this Sunday. Oops, hamburgers, my place.
Cooking?
Come on in, up.
Hi, everyone. We've got the second. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Minnesota. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Sacramento Kings. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And when you look at Minnesota, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Now Sacramento starting five. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Russell Westbrook out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the five. And for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's MP in at the point. Now to the sideline for more on MP's monumental performance.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in the game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you. And for these teams, tonight's game will count not only towards their regular season record, but also as their second game of NBA Cup group play.
A higher level of attention. All these games nationally televised, so how will players perform with the light shining brightest?
Now, here's MP. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
Here's MP. Can't hit from in close. For Sacramento, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. McDaniels against DeRozan. To the inside.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
Randall kicks to Reed. Backs in, coming off an assist from Randall.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Julius Randle with the rebound. So, Greg, in the offseason, the Kings made it a priority to address their need at point guard.
I mean, they had multiple combo guards on the roster, but lacked a true lead guard. And they realized they needed someone who could run the offense, hoping Dennis Schroeder can fill that role.
Such great control from Westbrook. Just stop and pop, catching the defense all off balance.
Evan's shot is good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Doug Christie wants a time. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Above the rim, Westbrook making his presence felt.
Timberwolves leading by 8. On the floor for Sacramento. Outside in the perimeter, LaVine and DeRozan. Achua is out there with Sabonis. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Now, here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against Utah.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Westbrook with it. Covered by Evans. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Westbrook can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
McDaniels kicks to MP. The three is pure from MP.
Continuing to add to his tally with that triple. Now his third of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
LaVine against Edwards. 5 to shoot. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Miss number 6 for him. He's made 2 of his 8 attempts.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Westbrook from deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Kick out to LaVine. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LaVine's got 10.
And LaVine takes a lot of threes for this very reason. Such an effective shooter.
A 3 from MP. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 25 points in the game.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
There's LaVine. And there it is for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
He got it up. And so it's MP making things happen for Minnesota. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings.
A look here now at Minnesota. They have the best record in the league. Can you believe that? Possibly the most talented roster. Man, they really believe in themselves.
Yeah, and it's easy to believe in yourself when all you do is win. And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Kings.
Yeah, they're going up against some good shooters. Can't give guys room to operate. You have to crowd them, make them put the ball on the floor.
Sound recommendations from Dr. O'Neill. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with Julius Randle. Allie wants the status.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Minnesota provided some information, and it looks like it's a severe ankle sprain. It's a serious injury, but they're hoping he's avoided any structural damage. Sadly, we won't be seeing him again tonight or in the near future. It sounds like he's got a long recovery ahead of him. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Oh, it's the kind of news you just dread hearing. Here's hoping for a smooth recovery.
The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. And it's MP in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Kevin, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
And that's another three. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Now here's DeRozan. He has 7. It's stolen by Gobert. For 3, Edwards. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Edwards got his second basket of the night.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Achua, he's checked in for Sabonis. While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. MP is number 1.
And the numbers say it all. I mean, he's tremendously efficient at scoring the basketball around the rim. He's almost automatic.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Johns, we thank you for the report. Now here's DeRozan. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. The shot's good from Westbrook.
The D must force Westbrook farther outside because he can absolutely hurt you from down there.
Here's Reed. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the basket by MP.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Murray outside. Back to Westbrook. Going inside. Connects in the foul line jumper. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
As a jump shooter, Westbrook is very comfortable hunting from mid-range.
To Gobert. McDaniels kicks to MP. From the top of the key. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Levine finds Westbrook. Achua in the corner. Outside DeRozan. There's a screen by Achua. Goes up to the stripe. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
That's his bread and butter. DeRozan, one of the great mid-range shooters in this game.
And timeout called by Kurt. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest levels. You need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
On the court right now for the Kings, Murray and Sabonis make up the inside pair. Outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. MP fired. Knocks down the 3.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Here's Sabonis. On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Reed. Now Westbrook. Off the glass.
The all-around game of Levine, an excellent passer for his position.
Minnesota leading by 15. Now McDaniel. On the wing, Evans. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Edwards. MP outside. Shoots. Connects with the J.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding him and feeding him.
Outside DeRozan. Zach LaVine. The 3 is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Now, here's DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on McDaniels. DeRozan passes to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Sabonis sets the pick for Westbrook. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Minnesota.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
And here's DeRozan, following the three-pointer by MP. And DeRozan kicks to Levine. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
To the paint. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Evans.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Evans outside. The tray. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
Now let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
30-plus points usually means you had a good night. Wins do too. This is your job, MP, and it's hard work, but does it feel like hard work on nights like tonight?
It's like most jobs. The work itself, up and down. It's the people. If you're lucky, you make it somewhere you want to be instead of somewhere you have to be. I'm lucky to have teammates and coaches who feel more like family than a coworker. So even when the work is hard, I take a lot of pleasure.
Great. Thanks, MP. Hey, you're welcome. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
All right, this is the 4th game in our series. It takes you behind the scenes of MP's quest to prove he's the best player in his position in the league. How you feeling ahead of this one?
9 out of 10.
That's
Yeah.
good. All right. Now, what if I told you Mom's back on social?
You know what? 8 out of 10. Yeah, love Mom, but I can pick my own battles. But What she say this time?
Some fan was talking trash, saying you can't defend. Mom jumps in, she calls him casual and say you're going to shut down your matchup tonight.
A casual?
Yep.
Right. She's been learning a lot of new vocab since she's been online.
She has been spending a lot of time on socials.
Well, guess I can't let Mom down. So if she says I'm gonna lock up my matchup, then that's what I'm gonna do. This one's for you, Ma. Again.
Hey, need some help?
Nah, we good. Let's ball. Come around.
Just like that. Keep it going.
Something or what? Try to keep up. You wheezing too much out here. Let's do this. Let's go. Don't let him shoot Good shot, MP. Let's get this started already. Pick. Shot. Screen coming. Watch the screen.
Your data about to be.
Oh, you done? You done?
Hey, Coach.